Jo Canning, and I'm a principal with EMA Partners, and I'm delighted to be back once again with the Women in Payments speaker series, My Career in 6. And today it's my absolute pleasure to be sitting down with Jen Douglas, Head of North American Retail and Small Business Payments with Bank of Montreal. So welcome, Jen, and perhaps you can just introduce yourself.
Hi, Joe. Great to see you. Yes, I'm Jen Douglas. I've worked in payments for 25 plus years at places like big banks, monolines, and even fintech. And it's great to be here.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to have you. And so once again, for this speaker series, I'm going to be starting off with 6 short questions, followed by 6 more detailed questions where we can dig a little bit deeper. So firstly, who or what inspires you?
People who are well-intentioned and inclusive.
And do you attribute your success to luck or hard work?
Definitely hard work.
And hard work should always be acknowledged. And for you, what drives you? What really propels you forward?
Well, at work, it's the desire to beat the competition and to give my customers better solutions. And at home, it's my family.
Wonderful. And perhaps you can offer us a favorite quote or a motto, that really resonates with you.
Sure. Well, I love the words of RuPaul, the famous drag queen, who has said that his biggest obstacle that he's ever faced is his own limited perception of himself. So that's a good reminder that we can't self-sabotage.
Don't self-sabotage. That's brilliant advice. I love that. And for you, when applying for a new opportunity, what percentage of attributes or experience do you feel you need to have deep expertise in order to feel really confident about your application?
60 to 70%.
Great. And in your opinion, what is the coolest payments company around today?
EMA, of course.
Well, I love the company loyalty. So perfect. We'll get a little bit more granular with the next set of questions. And my first question, Jen, when you reflect back, on your 25-year career, what stands out for you as being, the greatest challenge that you faced when climbing that career ladder?
Well, Joe, I'm an introvert and I'm shy by nature. So for me, it was making sure that my voice was heard and I was respected, especially in a room where I was the only woman. Because my team and I would be doing great things, but I just had to remember to speak up and show everybody that I was in control.
Yeah, that's great advice. And I think, unfortunately, for a lot of women, making your voice heard can be difficult. And for you, a turning point or a career milestone or accomplishment, something that you're really proud of?
Well, on one hand, my team and I took a stagnant credit card portfolio and turned it around to 10 times growth in a short period of time. So that's a big one. But more importantly, I get the most joy out of helping my team, making sure that they're engaged. And I like to make sure my employee engagement scores are improving. I've inherited low morale teams in the past. And by listening to them and putting in action plans, we've been able to get a more engaged team. And it's important for me, for my team to be motivated and successful.
I actually remember that first accomplishment that you referenced, but I do love the focus on your team. And for you, any regrets? If you could do anything differently, what would that be? And based on that, do you have any advice that you would offer, women who are looking to start out in this industry?
Sure. Well, I think my biggest regret would be that I stayed at a company too long and it was a toxic environment. I did that because I had young kids and I was thinking, oh, I can't take on a new role and then have the kids challenge as well. And then when I finally left, it was like a breath of fresh air and I was definitely able to handle it. So I'd say the advice would be for women coming up in their career, don't self-sabotage. Be confident. You can definitely take on the challenge and you can do it.
Positive thinking takes you a long way. And what kind of support or help have you been able to extend to others as they've built up their own career path?
Joe, I think sometimes it's just as simple as giving people a few words of encouragement. So especially women earlier in their career, give them positive reinforcement, help them along the way. They'll take that run with it and they'll soar.
Small things can often be some of the greatest help. And for you, how important have your networks and your connections been in helping you get to where you are today?
They've been very important. And as the older I get, the more valuable I see how important my external networks are. As you know, the payments industry is pretty small. Somebody will know somebody who will know you. So keep that in mind when you're going throughout your career. And make sure that you go to industry events, nurture your external relationships, and keep in mind even when you're dealing with third party and vendors, be professional because it's your reputation that counts.
Absolutely, and always being mindful of who you're speaking with. You never know who can help you in this industry.
Exactly.
And as a senior leader at the bank, what have you done specifically to really help shape that culture, either within your own area or within the broader bank?
I believe that transparent communication is key for a high-performing culture, whether it's your team or your peers or people you work with. And with my team, I like to share my vision and our objectives, but I like to go a step further. Talk to them about the opportunities, talk to them about the challenges that we're facing, because I find that the more knowledge you give, you can really empower people to be part of the solution.
Mm-hmm. Empowering people through knowledge. I love that. Well, that does bring us to the end of our session today, Jen. It's been lovely sitting down with you, and I've really appreciated all the thoughts, all of the insights that you shared. I think they're going to be a great help to a lot of people listening. So thank you.
Thanks, Joe. It was a pleasure being here.
Take care.